It's time for the Southern Scene, and we've got you covered. It's time to get in the holiday spirit as we take you out to the beautiful coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens for a little sneak peek at their beautiful December Nights holiday lights display. You're gonna love it. And then we're gonna warm you up a bit on the inside as we sample some delicious savory meals. All-in-one meals, that is, at Pie Society in Pooler. So get ready, the Southern Scene starts now.
Arts, entertainment, food, fashion, and fun. Now, here's Natalie Hendricks with the Southern Scene.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Southern Scene. I'm WSAV's Natalie Hendricks. Well, now that Thanksgiving is over, well, I'm sure you're probably looking for things to do to get you even more into the holiday spirit. Well, I can't think of anything more enjoyable for a family than really taking a look at all the wonderful lighting displays and holiday decorations. And that's why I'm so excited about our show today. We have a treat for you. Now, for today's show, we're at the beautiful coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens to get a little sneak peek at their December Nights holiday lights display. And of course, joining me now is the man that knows all about what's going on out here at the beautiful coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens, Norman Winter. He's the director out here. It's great to see you, Norman.
Nice to see you.
It's always great to see you. What a beautiful, beautiful place out here right now. I'm so glad that we get to come in with our Southern Scene cameras and get a little sneak peek.
Really festive looking.
Now, you guys have been working on this for a while.
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight.
Now, how long have you guys been working on this?
We've probably been working on it about 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks,
Yeah.
and it's almost done.
Almost done.
That's right, and let me tell you, it's about to kick off because now that Thanksgiving's over, well, this is going to kick off, and it's time to bring your entire family out to the beautiful coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens December Nights Holiday Lights display.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about what's going to be going on out here.
Well, this is a walking tour. And last year we had over 6,000 people come out and enjoy the lights.
Over 6,000 people.
And that's not too bad for only 4 years.
I was going to say how many years. I was wondering how many years this has been going on because I knew this was not the first year.
No, absolutely not. And we have over 500,000 lights out here.
500,000 lights. And it just keeps growing every single year.
That's right.
Now, and it's not just about the lights because you can walk around and you see beautiful displays. I mean, absolutely gorgeous, but there's going to be a lot more going on out here.
That's right. We have Mrs. Claus's kitchen. So when you come out here on a cold night like it is tonight, you can have hot chocolate or go in and buy brownies and cookies and anything else you might want to eat. You can go over to our conference center and listen to beautiful music. We'll have choirs and ensembles going throughout the whole holiday period.
You know, Mr. Winter, why is this so important to have an event like this during the holiday season for families in our area?
Well, of course, yeah, we want to really get families to know about the coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens, to come out and see what all we're doing. We had the brand new Andrews Visitor and Education Center, but this is a good time for them to come out, get back out in nature. Of course, they're going to be in nature, but they're also going to be out at night seeing the beautiful lights. And then this is a good fundraiser for us, and it helps us put in new projects, new gardens, new activities here at the garden.
So all proceeds go to benefit the coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens?
Yes, they do. And then Mrs. Claus Kitchen, we turn over to various nonprofits that will operate it, and the proceeds from that goes to that nonprofit.
So not only will you be coming out and getting in the holiday spirit during the December Nights Holiday Lights display out at the beautiful coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens, but while you're coming out getting in the holiday spirit, guess what? You'll be helping out charitable causes as well. Mr. Winter, why is this so important to you? I mean, you work so hard out here. You've seen all of these things develop. Why is this so important to you to be a part of coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens?
Oh yeah, this has such a wonderful history where we started in 1919, and we're building all of these gardens now, from the formal garden to the shade garden to the white garden for weddings and things like that. Well, every time we build a new garden, that means there's some more maintenance and upkeep and need more staff and more people. In other words, it's a growing endeavor. And so having this festival of lights, this December Nights and Holiday Lights, helps us bring on new staff and do new gardens.
Now, what time does the holiday display take place in the evening?
All right, it's Thursday through Sunday, and it starts off at 6 to 9.
6 to 9.
6 to
and this
9.
is going to go all the way through the holiday season.
That's right. From the Friday after Thanksgiving all the way to December 24th, or Christmas Eve.
So you guys are going to be busy.
We will.
And that's going to be a lot of hot chocolate, a lot of food sold out here, a lot of beautiful music, and don't forget about the beautiful holiday lights during December nights.
That's right.
I absolutely love it. It is beautiful out here and so much history to just appreciate here at the beautiful coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens. I can't think of a better place to spend a night with your family and friends. You know, when you're walking around and taking a look at all the decorations, you'll probably get some ideas on decorating your own yard. But now here's the thing you need to think about. You can waste a lot of energy on holiday lights, and it can cost you a lot of money. We talked to one of our lighting experts, and they gave us some great tips on how you can save money on your electricity.
I decorate a lot of homes during the Christmas season with lights, and a lot of folks ask me, Craig, how can I decorate with Christmas lights but save a little bit of money in the process? There's 3 suggestions I'd give to you. 1, use a timer. Why is a timer so important in a lighting system? Well, it's going to control the amount of time that your lights actually draw power. So if you're coming on at 5 o'clock, which is a good time for them to come on, it's just getting dark, and say to about midnight, then you're using your system about 7 hours a day. If you leave them on all night, then you're doubling that time, plus no one sees them anyways, they're all sleeping. Second is minimize lights. Well, some folks say, Craig, I don't want to minimize lights. What's another solution? Switch to LEDs. It's an amazing way that you can save an incredible amount of money, still have the same look. Right here, we've got an LED. Over here, we've got an incandescent, the standard C9 that you're used to seeing. This guy right here, Power Hog. Right here, 1/10 of the power. We just converted the shopping center that used the standard C9 bulb. Their electric bill was about $8,500 per year. We've actually got it down to about $1,200 per year. The same light, same intensity, same beautiful look. Now, maybe you don't own a shopping center, but I bet you own a home if you want to decorate for Christmas. If you do, the standard homeowner uses about $150 per month in Christmas lighting. If you use a LED, you'll knock your bills down to about 15 bucks a month. It's about 1/10 of what you would normally do. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and those are some tips on how you can save money decorating with Christmas lights this season.
Okay, don't go away when the Southern Scene returns. When the weather gets colder, well, you want comfort food. We're going to take you to Pie Society in Pooler, where the pastries are hearty and savory and can really warm you up inside. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Southern Scene on WSAV and MyLC. Well, as you can see, we're still out here at the beautiful coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens, you know, to get a little sneak peek of their December nights holiday lights display. I can tell you, you want to make sure that you make this a part of your holiday season. Now, it'll be going on now through Christmas Eve, and there's going to be so many things that you can enjoy. There's going to be music, food, there's so much history, and hundreds of thousands of lights. And the great thing is, when you come out here, well, you'll be also helping out many worthy causes. So put on your calendar at least 1 or 2 nights. Bring your family and friends to the coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens December nights holiday lights display. You'll be glad you did. Well, are you finally over that Thanksgiving meal? You know, that full feeling. Well, if you're like me, you probably stuffed yourself silly. But now here's the thing. If you're dealing with all those leftovers, you need to be careful, because you can make yourself sick.
Part of the fun of the holidays is eating the big family meal and enjoying delicious leftovers. Following some simple rules can keep our food safe. For starters,
make sure we don't leave it sitting out longer than 2 hours, and we want to make sure that we chill it appropriately as well.
Whether that's the turkey or a casserole, get it into the refrigerator quickly to keep bad bacteria from multiplying.
Put your food in airtight containers because that air fuels the bacteria. So you want to keep that air out.
The temperature of your refrigerator should be set below 40 degrees to ensure that the food will stay safe. You may want to get a thermometer if your fridge does not have one. And when it's time to reheat the leftovers, bring the temperature back up to the level needed when cooked the first time.
We want to make sure that the poultry is at least at 165.
The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics says we should eat the leftovers within 3 to 4 days. And if you have any concerns about safety,
if in doubt, throw it out is a nice motto.
You know, this soon after Thanksgiving, well, it's hard to believe we're already thinking about more food. But, you know, when you see this next segment, you'll understand why. Pie Society, you know, it has 2 locations, City Market and Pooler. Well, it's just the place to go for a hearty, savory meal on a cold day.
New product to this area, so people came in just to see what it looked like, what the meat pie was all about. Buy a small one, enjoy that. Now they come buy the large ones, and you know, lots of American customers as well, and Australians, South Africans, English, Scottish, obviously. It's homemade cooking. I mean, it's made all of first, you know, the best ingredients, so it's, you know, it's good for you, made from scratch every day.
It was a family recipe from where I used to work. It was one that was passed down generation to generation, and my boss where I used to work, she had acquired this recipe, and it just turned out to be the best one that we ever used. So we kept it and sold a lot of pies. So yeah, it's very nice, very soft, just crisp on the outside.
I think the hardest thing to understand is that we just have the meat pie and the vegetables or the bakes to the sides, whereas your pot pie's got everything in it. Whereas our sides are the vegetables, basically. We have the board of main items we have all the time, and then we have the pie of the month. I think you can bring your own dish, any size, and we just, you know, it's priced by weight, and just bring it in the day before and then take it home. If you know, if you've got a large family or a party or something, so yes. And also if you want things without certain things in, like onion, or if you're allergic to anything, we will make it. People ask for their own special pies or flavours that they like, or, you know, something traditional. That if they've got an English family coming in, a lady ordered steak and kidney pies because she believed that's what they would want. Although that is you know, it's an acquired taste, but she knew that's what they wanted when they came in. Christmas, we've got the large traditional fruit cake, which you ice yourselves, and the Christmas puddings, the mince pies, that's all very traditional. So orders for those, yes, we're taking those now, and Edward will start making those soon. Get a lot of orders for those, especially the apple pie, because ours is different. It doesn't have cinnamon in it. Definitely start with the small one, the regular one. It's already cooked, you just put it in the oven. It's not expensive, so if you don't like it, then you haven't, you know, it's not a great cost. But most, you know, people do like them, and then I say they do buy the bigger ones, but also you can buy a variety of small ones. So if you've got different tastes in the family, you can have chicken or beef or vegetables.
We've been open for 4 months now, 4 months yesterday actually. And yeah, it's been really busy since the cold weather, obviously. They kind of come in here and they have no idea what is going on. They generally think that it's going to be like peach pie, dessert pies, pecan pie. We have actually started doing things like that, so more American things. They're kind of surprised when it's savoury pies. Usually they'll come in and then they'll look at the menu and then they'll leave and then they'll come back in like 5 minutes later. This one I would say is more like a cafe style. Pooler is like where everything's made, it's more to go. Here we do Cadbury's hot chocolates, which just completely sold out today. It's been ridiculous. We do like scones with clotted cream and jam. Yeah, so it's more kind of like an English cafe tea room. We do wine and beer. We do European beers. Right now it's just bottles, hopefully going to be doing some draft ales as well. In the evening it's really nice actually. We often get single women come in and they'll have a pie and a glass of wine.
Makes me hungry. Okay, don't go away. Coming up next on the Southern Scene, now you may think of them as just a holiday treat, but actually they're a lifelong labor of love for one Claxton family. We'll take you inside Claxton Fruitcake when we come back. Don't change that channel. Welcome back to the Southern Scene on WSAV and MyLC. You know, I'm still out here just enjoying myself. I mean, taking a look at these gorgeous holiday lights at the beautiful coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens. It's beautiful out here. You know, what do you think about during this time of year, around Christmas? Family, friends, gift giving, cold weather? Well, just down the road a piece, there's one family, well, they think a lot about fruitcake. But not only that, they think about it year-round.
It starts with a city that lets you know a pretty popular product is made here. And around here, you don't just eat it at Christmas.
Tell me the first time you remember making a fruitcake or eating fruitcake.
That's almost beyond my memory. No, I've made millions of pounds of fruitcake.
Ira S. Womble Jr. knows as much about fruitcake as you could imagine. His father founded the Georgia Fruitcake Company back in 1948.
He worked all his life, and he was a master baker.
Mr. Womble believes his dad's recipe is the best, of course, saying it's the ingredients, but it's also the love and maybe a secret or two.
What's so good about your fruitcake compared to somebody else's fruitcake?
That's better.
Womble says before opening a business that would one day become all of this,
we built this, and it covers the whole block.
His father made his mark working for Henry Ford in Richmond Hill.
Henry Ford used to come by and pick me up when I was just a young fella, and we'd go down and wait in his rail car.
Mr. Womble once got 30 cents from Henry Ford, which he kept, so he can talk about the old days and the hard work that built the business. When he took over, he secured a military contract.
They consumed quite a bit of fruitcake,
which they still have to this day.
And it's the way that we cook it.
So you know a little now about his fruitcake, but here's the big question.
Do you think fruitcake is better cold or warm?
It's cold.
That's right, a little inside information. Chill it, then slice it. So if this looks good, you're right, but there's another company in town that makes pretty famous fruitcake too, and that is the Claxton Bakery.
Everybody that works here, if they're not family, they're like family because they've been here for so long.
One thing both businesses do have in common is a man named Savino Tos, because both founders worked for Tos as young boys.
And then in 1945, my grandfather, Albert Parker, bought the business.
Paula Parker Claxton says their business is still housed in the original Toast Bakery, and to this day is very much a family affair.
Albert Parker, my grandfather, his 3 sons and daughter now work here in the business and run the business.
The Claxton Bakery offers the traditional product, but some new things too.
And we also sell chocolate-covered fruitcake.
And they sell all over the country.
We sell to big grocery store chains. We sell to Walmart. We sell to Sam's. We do some private label for businesses, and we have a large internet business.
But if modern technology has increased sales, the family still relies on tradition and even some of the old ovens to make its product.
Our season usually starts about the middle of August, last of August, and from then until about the 1st of November, we make 86,000 pounds a day.
But one thing everyone does agree on, fruitcake is best served cold. And both companies agree that making fruitcake is better when it's about family tradition.
Here's the real question, do you eat fruitcake every day?
Not every day, but I have it right there in my refrigerator. If I want something to go with my coffee, I'll cut a slice of cake.
Back at Georgia Fruitcake Company, Mr. Womble, who will be 81 soon, says his son John is completely taking over the business. Guess we know what he has in his refrigerator.
You know, traditions are so important this time of year. I mean, really during the holiday season. For many, it's about food and spending time with family and friends. And for others, well, it might be about music and shows. I can't help but think about, well, the Nutcracker. I mean, I get so excited every year, and recently we sat down with William Starrett, who is the artistic director of the Columbia City Ballet's Nutcracker, which is going to take place at the Savannah Civic Center, and it's a performance you don't want to miss.
I don't know about you, but one of the things I look forward to every holiday season is a wonderful performance of the Nutcracker, and we have such a treat here on the Southern Scene today. William Starrett, who is the Artistic and Executive Director of the Columbia City Ballet.
Yes.
Now, are you as excited about the Nutcracker this year as I am?
I am. This is a huge year for the production. We're in 7 different cities, and we always kick off our season here in Savannah.
Which makes it so special for us and for you.
It's incredible, and we've been working on it already since August.
I find that fascinating.
And I want to tell you, we had record number turnout for our audition. Over 70 local children are going to be involved in the production, and they're not just walk-on. They have been rehearsing and practicing since August, so they're really ensconced in the production, and we have some incredible new surprises.
So now, do you do that with every city? You said you've got all these productions going on. If you're in like Chicago or you're here, do you try and make the flavor be indicative of the place?
I do. I really try to, because I really want to be ensconced in that community, and it's something they can really relate to, and that way then they really embrace the art and embrace the experience. So I try to always do that, absolutely.
What is that like to see the local kids dance?
It's very, very exciting. And what I have to do also, I want to be at those auditions, but then again, I start tweaking that production. So what I'm seeing now is that I'm seeing some repeats of many of the same youngsters here in Savannah, and they're growing up and they're improving. You have some fantastic dancing schools here, and they entrust me with their students, and particularly their prime students. And so I really want to continue nurturing them and helping them to grow, and so I've got to keep challenging them. So my job is to really keep them motivated and keep them challenged and keep them improving and keep improving the production for the community. As we've been doing the Nutcracker for 54 years.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a challenge in that we've got to at least be as good as last year, and of course I want to surpass what everyone got to see last year.
When is this year's Nutcracker performance?
So it's the Saturday right after Thanksgiving. So when everyone's put away the plates and maybe you've warmed up some of the leftovers, come on down to the Civic Center. It's on Saturday afternoon. We picked 5:30, so it's perfect for young people. They won't miss their bedtime. For grandparents, they get to go with the grandchildren, and it really kicks off the holiday season.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up for us. I hope you've enjoyed watching today's show. And we want to thank our very good friends out at the Coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens for letting us come in with our Southern Scene cameras and giving us a sneak peek at their December Nights Holiday Lights display. And believe me, you want to make sure that you make this part of your holiday season now through December 24th. Now, remember, you can see the Southern Scene twice now, weekdays and weeknights. Weekdays on WSAV at noon, and of course, weeknights 7 p.m. on MyLC. And if you have a story idea for us, or you'd like to send us a message, well, we're easy to find. Find us on Facebook, The Southern Scene. Also, be sure to like us, or you can always go to our website, WSAV.com. Just be sure to click on our Southern Scene page. Remember, what's important to you will always be important to us. And besides, we just love hearing from you. And as always, keep your eyes open. Our Southern Scene cameras, well, you know, they're always out and about. And you never know when you might be seen on the Southern Scene. See you next time.